Tatey. Frank and Scott will get you caught up on what's going on in the world with news, sports, and entertainment, along with playing some of your favorite tunes, including Pittsburgh area bands. And now, here are the hosts of the show, Frank Sparks and Scott Tatey.
Kind of feels weird being on this side, Scott. Used to, since what I do, take some time off or something, and when I come back, you were running the board, and we kind of stayed that way at that point in time.
A little trippy, but thanks for walking me through that and teaching me the ropes.
You sure you don't want to come back on this side? All right. It is hour number 4 of the Beaver County Radio Morning Show. Scott Tatey, I'm Frank Sparks. And joining us now, we part of Backyard Beaver County because it's going to be local coming up in a couple weeks. We have everybody that is involved from Push Beaver County as well as Visit Beaver County. We've got... So we'll just go around the room. Anybody watching on Facebook can see. And Tony, you're probably going to have to slide in a little bit so you can be on camera. So Tony Calturi, who is in charge of Recreation Tourism Beaver County, he is here. Mark Kopsack and Nate Kopsack. And then Drew Mitch is joining us from Temco as well. And then there's Scott Tatey. But I'm more intrigued on who's the young guy in the room. Elliot. Okay. All right.
He's got the coolest shirt.
I was going to say, he's got the coolest shirt. So he's ready to go. He's like ready to celebrate for Beaver County Boom and get things going. So, and then also on the phone line, we do have Dr. George Zambelli, who is there as well this morning. So good morning to you guys all, and thanks for coming in this morning.
Hey, thanks for having us, Frank.
Scott, I'm going to let you kind of take it away, and I'll kind of direct everything and go from there because there's a lot of us here and a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll start with a question to Tony. We had you on about a month and a half ago. We first announced the lineup, and we kind of spread word. And what kind of feedback are you getting from people as we're just 2 weeks out from Beaver County Boom? What are people? What's the buzz?
Yeah, I think it's just excitement all around for everything going on throughout the entire weekend, especially Saturday night with our event, Monaca's event, and all the ultimate show is the fireworks. And I can't wait to hear more about Dr. Zambelli's award-winning show. It's just going to be a spectacle, and I think everyone's excited. I think it's a staple event for the county, and county residents are going to be out and show out for it.
New location. So what do people need to know about this new spot in Bridgewater?
So our new location is on Bridge Street in downtown Bridgewater. We have shuttle services from the New Brighton Sanitation Authority, Brady's Run Ice Arena, and the courthouse parking garage. So there's 3 access. I know parking is sometimes a challenging, but we'll make sure you get there. And DJ Fry and Fry Transportation has been a great partner to orchestrate that.
And you want to talk about the fireworks? I know Mr. Zambelli is on the line. Should we talk about this award-winning fireworks show Beaver County people are going to see?
Yeah, Dr. Zambelli, tell us what we're going to see on June the 28th.
Well, first of all, this was the grand champion at the 2024 Global Fest International Fireworks Competition in Calgary, Canada. Some of the countries involved were Spain, Mexico, Brazil, etc. This show is going to be a pyro musical titled Cosmic Connections, and it is going to have some great songs. Don't Stop Me Now will start off by Queen, A Sky Full of Stars. It'll end with Total Eclipse of the Heart, and there's going to be unbelievable pyrotechnic effects to cultivate the mood. As Zach Tamanushin, the choreographer, this show will explore the universal human experiences of love, relationships, heartbreak, emotions, often felt as we transcend the earthly bounds, resonating through the vast expanse of the universe. It's going to be unbelievable. It will more than likely be the largest fireworks show in the state of Pennsylvania this week of the 4th of July, and everybody needs to be there.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I mean, I'm ready.
Yeah, right.
We're ready.
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, we're as a committee. We were we collaborate very closely with Zambelli. Every year they've helped us put this show off. And when they won a Global Fest in Calgary, we thought, well, let's do a victory lap with that, and let's bring a gold medal world championship right here to Beaver County, their hometown, and show everybody just what not that you don't know what Zambelli's all about, but let's do a victory lap for it. So we thought it was a great opportunity for the whole region to see what Zambelli can do. So it's going to be big, and everybody's going to be there.
And
We keep
even though
hearing
we
about-
do shows in about 40 states the week of 4th of July, Beaver County is our home base, and certainly we're proud to have got our start in the local area, and we want to overdo ourselves and give them the best display maybe in the United States.
We're definitely looking forward to it, and we're proud to say every time we hear Zambelli International lighting off some fireworks, we're always like, yep, we're from the same place they are. They're from Pittsburgh, and that's where it comes from. So when it goes into planning a show like this, Dr. Zambelli, especially an award-winning show like this, tell us what all goes into when you guys plan it from the beginning to choreographing the music and everything.
Well, Zach came up with the overall concept, and then he essentially picked the different musical scores. And it takes about 2 hours at least to choreograph the show on a computer. It's for each song. Like Stars Align, he'll use red to green crosettes and red strobe brocade waterfalls. So that it's really his concept. Now, once that happens, the playlist and the score is sent to the plant. And on 200 acres in Newcastle, there are about 100 different buildings and storage facilities, and the various shelves are in those different buildings. So someone has to go around and collect all those, bring them into the distribution building, and label each shell so that we put in the mortars, the firing sequences in the modules and in the computer have to be synchronized. So it takes maybe a month to put something like this together.
Dr. Zambelli, when like I said, we're privileged to have this each and every year. So approximately how long did you say this show's going to be on the 28th?
It'll be 20-some minutes.
Wow.
It actually was lengthened a little bit from the original because I wanted to make sure that we got the biggest bang for Push's buck. And it's going to be an unbelievable show, quite different than I think we've seen before. It's going to be fired from 3 barges, and a lot goes into it. It'll take many man hours to even put the equipment on the barges. Then each individual pyrotechnic device needs to be hooked to the right slat. There's just a lot to it.
All right, so you guys are always, the guys from Push here are always pumping everybody else's tires, so I'm going to pump your tires for once. All right, this is the 15th year. This started back, Don Wysick and all you guys. This is your 15th anniversary. This is something that is great for Beaver County that has just grown more and more. Visit Beaver County, and Tony Calturi and the guys all jumped on board. Drew at Temco, them guys all have jumped on board over the years, but this is the 15th anniversary. Yeah. Did you guys ever imagine this is what it would turn to when it started?
Well, we hope so. I mean, when we pitched the idea to the 3 commissioners, it was Tony Amadeo, Joe Spanik, and Charlie Camp at the time, and we pitched the idea of not just a fireworks show, but unifying municipalities and creating an economic boon. It's in our name, boom, but to actually create some economic impact. And so Yes, there was different modules of rollout, and it took some buy-in over the years. Obviously, we just kept doing our thing. We just kept this project moving along. Our sponsors have been great from the beginning. There's so many unsung heroes to this whole project, but to see it, and we're trying to grow it every year for Beaver County, so they don't get let down by something. So we keep building and building and building, and then. When Tony and his team came on board at Visit Beaver County, that's when things started to expand rapidly for us, which is, you tell people your dreams, you just keep telling everybody, and then in hopes that somebody's going to be like, yeah, we can do that. And their team, it gets me a little emotional, but they believed in that. So it's been a huge, thing for us to see this blossom into a celebration of a great county with great people.
It's always a great event, and I love seeing everybody come out to it each year. Go ahead, Doctor.
Historically, when we were in Louisville, and Don Wysick noticed that Ambridge had canceled their 4th of July display, Don and the Copsacks came up with the idea, hey, let's do something for Beaver County. But interestingly, it wasn't a year or two after that the Copsacks said that, hey, we want to get this to a certain level. And with Tony coming aboard last year, we've reached that level, and it seems like the sky's the limit, and they want to make it even bigger and better going into the 250th birthday celebration of the country next year. So we're excited, and we're glad to be your partner, and thank you, Tony, as well.
Hold on, your mic's on now. Go ahead.
I said I appreciate it. We're excited from the Visit Beaver County side, and I appreciate Push's vision 15 years ago, and I'm just glad that our office and the collaboration from local communities, county communities, and nonprofit organizations like this can throw out on an event that's just not great for Beaver County. It rivals anything nationally.
And we're thrilled that each and every year you guys come back to us as the media partners for, the only place you can hear the soundtracks right here on Beaver County Radio on June 28th. And this will be 13 for me, but all 15 have been with Beaver County Radio, and we love the partnership. And I love seeing where it's gone from year one, to where it is now in year 15.
We're loyal, and we are persistent.
That's why I like you guys. You're like me. You're like loyal. Like, we've been playing dog songs this morning about the dog, and that's what we're kind of like, loyal like dogs, man. So, all right.
We have to cut to a break, though, so stay tuned for more on the big Beaver County Boom.
In the difficult period following the loss of a loved one, there should only be comfort and compassion in your life. Your time shouldn't be consumed with the multitude of funeral details. Instead, you should be focused on healing, mending, and putting the pieces of your own life back together. Let Alvarez Hahn Funeral Services and Cremation in Ambridge assist with all the details. For traditional funeral services, cremations, alternative services, and pre-arrangement options, call Alvarez Hahn, 547 8th Street, Ambridge, where it's always our family honoring your family.
Tune in to Beaver County Radio for your chance to win a pair of Pittsburgh Pirate tickets to the Friday, June the 20th game against the Texas Rangers at PNC Park. Like the Bucks, we have our own treasure chest full of tickets to give away all season long. Listen daily from 6 a.m. to noon for your chance to win. We will also be giving away pairs of tickets on the WBVP WNBA Facebook page. Follow us now at WBVP-WNBA. The Pirate Ticket giveaway is being brought to you by Fisher's New Brighton Foodland and Beaver County Radio.
Looking for an elevated dining experience with a lively bar atmosphere? Then Jackson's Restaurant and Bar in Monaca is your destination. Join Jackson's for a party on the patio, 5 to 8 p.m. June 19, with seasonal cocktails like sangria and raspberry lemonade, live music from the Groove Doctors, and an appearance by the Beaver County Radio Morning Show. Jackson serves modern American cuisine with a fresh flair, perfect for lunch, dinner, and a special Sunday brunch and dinner. Located near the Beaver Valley Mall, adjacent to the Hilton Garden Inn, Jackson's event space is the perfect venue for weddings or anniversaries. Visit jacksonsbeavercounty.com for details.
Got kids? Too much to do? No time to cook? Download the McDonald's app today and get dinner delivered straight to your door from DoorDash. McDonald's makes it easy for you and your family. Download the app today and get exclusive deals and rewards. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Luann's Route 68 Food and Spirits and Industry is the place for wing specials on Thursdays, fish, homemade crab cakes, and crab stuffed mushrooms on Fridays, as well as karaoke night. Luann's Route 68 Food and Spirits is known for their famous steak salads and has happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Find Luann's Route 68 Food and Spirits on Facebook for daily specials and live music. Luann's Route 68 Food and Spirits and Industry is veteran-owned and looks forward to serving you today.
Maplewood Studio, the home of For Those About to Rock Academy, Long Live Rock Academy, modern and vintage recording, private music, voice and engineering lessons, and all things Granati. We have deluxe rehearsal space already set up with PA, backline, drums, including food and beverage service. Free parking with easy load-in. We are in Ambridge, 20 minutes from everywhere. Downtown, Butler, Beaver, and Washington counties. 724-417-3100.
The Vault Recording on Neville Island is the state-of-the-art recording studio with an award-winning team. The Vault's 3 studios include a multi-room full production studio centered around a legendary vintage Neve console. The Vault also offers the region's first and only commercially available Dolby Atmos certified mix room and a post-production studio run by B6 Music and Post focused on ads, TV, film, and voiceover work, plus music production. The Vault works with artists and projects of all types, from singer-songwriters to full bands and large ensembles across all genres. For info, visit thevaultrecording.com.
Have you ever wanted to work in radio? Well, now is your chance. St. Barnabas Broadcasting is a network of 11 radio stations, and we are looking for account executives to introduce St. Barnabas Broadcasting and digital media to new prospective clients and grow existing ones. Experience in sales is preferred. Interested prospective candidates can apply by sending their resume to fsparks@beavercountyradio.com or by calling 724-444-JOBS.
Are you looking to invest in yourself, your child, or family members? At Clark Martial Arts, you can invest in boosting confidence, getting strong, and gaining skills you can use for life. Clark Martial Arts is located at 603 Darlington Road next to Patterson Elementary School. Clark Martial Arts offers single and family memberships which include Taekwondo, Kung Fu, and Tai Chi. Also available are specialty classes featuring Jiu-Jitsu and Krav Maga. Additional yoga and fitness classes available. Clark Martial Arts at 603 Darlington Road in Patterson Township. Stop in today.
It's the Beaver Morning Show, but I'm sure by now you know Scott and Frank are gonna play all the songs that help you through your day. You'll hear some rock and some country too. JD wants us to play it for you. It doesn't matter what you wanna hear. Let's make it perfectly clear. It's the Beaver Morning Show. It's where everybody wants to go. You gotta get here quick, don't be slow. It's the Beaver Morning Show. Gotta go, don't you know, morning show.
The man singing that song, Joe Monroe, Beaver County, is in a band that's toured with the Rolling Stones, ZZ Top, Bob Seger, Garth Brooks, and he'll be on stage 2 weeks from now in Beaver County, back in Beaver County as part of the Beaver County Boom on the Bridge concert. It's all of a day full of activities for the Beaver County Boom. We're joined in studio by organizers of the event, and we have Dr. Zambelli on the line as well, talking about the award-winning fireworks show that people are going to see, more than 20 minutes long. You guys at Push Beaver County always have some activities leading up to the fireworks, too, to get people kind of pumped. So what else is going to be happening that day as we look up into the skies? What are we going to see?
So yeah, we partner with Air Heritage. Tom Gagaro is such a good guy. Their organization does some great things right here in our backyard in Beaver County. Most of you probably know of them. Antique planes, and they're going to be doing the flyover their C-47 Skytrain, Luck of the Irish, at 7 o'clock. So if you're listening to some music on the stage and then you look to the sky and see a old World War II plane, don't be alarmed. They're just doing their flyover. So and then at 8 o'clock, SMC Studio SMC sponsors they jump out of a perfectly good airplane and jump into the river. There's going to be, I think, three to five of them, crazy guys that jump from about 5,000 feet up, and you'll see them circling after 8 o'clock. So look, the skies start filling up with airplanes and skydivers and that kind of thing. We're getting close to the final finale show.
You hear the oohs and ahs from people. They start pointing. Look, there's someone out of a plane.
Yeah. So don't be alarmed, but definitely take note to that. So it's going to be, like I said, it's a good time, and like I said, when you're rocking and you see an aerial, what looks like an aerial assault, it's just perfectly good. Guys jumping out of a perfectly good plane. That's all.
Now, talk about the support you get to put on something like this, and you've touched on so many people involved, and can you shine a little bit of a spotlight on some of that?
Absolutely. We couldn't do it without Visit Beaver County. Their generous support, but and all the backing that they have given us to help catapult this into what is a regional draw, and honestly, what is one of the best fireworks shows in the country, and everyone should know that. You're not just seeing a hometown show. It is a special venue on the river, and a great opportunity to see one of the best fireworks shows in the country. So, and we have it right here. So they're phenomenal partners. Hap Enterprises and The Right Promise have been huge partners of ours the last few years. Those guys go back a long way with us. They're enormous diamond sponsors, and Clearview Credit Union. The Davis Foundation and Lindy Paving, also huge sponsors. We brought a sponsor in with us today because we value every business that contributes, because it takes so many folks pulling on pulling on the line to make this show happen. It's not like a big city show where Ford's sponsoring it. That's it. We have so many people. It's a vested interest of so many people, and it's really truly something special and a huge amount. It's a team effort, and so we brought one of our sponsors in, Temco, with us in studio, just to highlight their partnership with us.
So yeah, Drew, tell us a little bit about Temco's involvement and why you guys are part of it.
Well, we couldn't think of a better event to be part of, world-class fireworks show with Zambelli Fireworks, and then the work that Push Beaver County does in the county for the local economy. And being a small cog in that wheel, even though we are a Washington County business, technically, we do employ people from Beaver County, and just trying to get our name out there and partner with these great people. We couldn't think of a better event to do that.
We've been talking about the aerial things, the fireworks, the music. There's wrestling this year, Tony Calatelli.
We've been intrigued by this, Tony.
Frank's excited about this.
Yeah, absolutely. One of our goals at Visit Beaver County is not to do a rinse and repeat event for our stuff. So this year we're partnering with 880 Wrestling. Okay. So throughout the day in the Clearview Federal Credit Union parking lot, there will be matches throughout the day from 3 to 7 o'clock with bands intermittent. So we'll do wrestling for 45 minutes and then get a band on, then another series of wrestling.
Is this like high school wrestling, or is it like
studio
wrestling?
Oh, no, it's like studio wrestling. Right, so it'll be crowd chants and belt exchanges. Yeah, wow. There'll be some steel chair hits, I'm sure.
We're going to have next Tuesday morning, TNA Impact Wrestling's former world heavyweight champion Joe Henry is going to be in studio. Maybe we should show us some moves, Scott, and we can go down there and participate.
I like our chances.
Yeah, there could be a special match arranged. Call your shot.
That's cool. So I want to ask you about, so there was a report on one of the TV stations had it out there, and they said 15,000 people coming. I said to Scott this morning when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I call BS on that. There's going to be a lot more people, I would think, than 15,000.
Yeah, I would say that's a low estimate.
Very
just
low.
on our side of the river,
right.
We have new tracking data and about where these people come from, and we had about 10 to 12,000 people on the Veterans Bridge last year for the event.
Oh, wow.
So just a culmination of having places in Rochester and Monaca and at Boom headquarters, and Bridgewater had their own event. So yeah, I think that, and people just pulling up in True Value Shop and Save parking lot in Rochester just watch to get a great vantage point that don't want to fight the traffic potentially. So there's areas and pockets I know.
The Heights of Monaca.
Yeah, I'm a
big-
Monaca resident on Johnson Avenue. It's a picnic for them as well. So.
And last year there was a kids zone, and it was kind of where Brewster's is building its new, ice cream place now. So where will they be like kids activities?
So it'll be kids activities right in the parking lot outside of the Bridgewater Borough building, and Mr. Pappas owns a lot right there. So it will be bounce houses, and I'd be remiss not to say this is for the kids. We want it to be a kids activity, and we're lucky enough to have Elliot here. So I'm going to ask Elliot, what's your favorite thing about Boom this year?
The fireworks and playing with my friends.
That's a perfect thing.
Well, that sounds like fun, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, everyone's going to be there.
Right, absolutely.
As we heard.
So, all right, we're going to take a short break for news with Curtis, and he's going to steal one of you guys' chairs and microphone so you can do news. And then we'll be back with more with everybody from Push Beaver County, Dr. Zambelli, as well as from Boom on the Bridge and Visit Beaver County as soon as Curtis is ready to rock and roll. You ready to rock? Yeah, Curtis is going to stand
I'm
and
good.
do it.
I'm just doing headlines.
All right, here comes headlines with Curtis Walsh.
All right, on this Friday, June the 13th, coming up at 10 o'clock, we're going to have details on a driver that smashed into a sheriff's cruiser in New Brighton yesterday evening. The Patterson Township Police Department honoring their chief, who is going to be retiring soon. The Borough of Monaca has announced their summer recreation program. Find out what you need to do to get your child enrolled. And PennDOT releasing details about some single lane and shoulder restrictions that will be taking place on I-376 in multiple townships next week. More on those stories and more coming up at 10:05. We can expect a chance of rain showers and thunderstorms today with otherwise cloudy skies and a high near 81. Some showers and storms to continue tonight with cloudy skies going down to a low of 65. Showers and a possible storm tomorrow with a high near 75. And for Sunday, still no sunshine with showers and storms and a high of 77. On this Friday, June the 13th, at 32 minutes past 9, we've got a temperature of 70 degrees with partly sunny skies in Beaver County. That's news. More at 10. I'm Curtis Walsh on 99.3 and 1230 WBVP, 95.7 and 1460 WMBA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com.
So, Scott, what do you think? Maybe we're going to talk about the headquarter event at Mario's 410 that's going to be going on that day as well. So I think we need to go into this the right way. What do you think?
There's going to be a great band, I know.
Yeah, I
the
do
Wrangler
too.
Band.
All right.
Let's go road tripping, radio kicking, have ourselves a good time. Got no vacation destination, got no plans in mind. Friday finally comes, and the work week is done. I pick my baby up, says she wants to have some fun. A white tank top and cut-off jeans, long blonde hair sitting next to me, with the music on and the windows down. We're getting out of town. Let's go road tripping, radio kicking, have ourselves a good time. Got no vacation destination, got no plans in mind. Maybe palm trees, maybe Tennessee, as long as you're right here with me. If it's down the road or it's close to home, anywhere we go, let's go road tripping. Road tripping. Drove 1,000,000 miles, but didn't get
We're
too
back.
far.
Beaver County Radio Morning Show talking about Beaver County Boom and Boom on the Bridge. That band, Wrangler Band, local music. They will be performing at Mario's 410 Grill for a sort of a party that also is held every year, and I've had the pleasure of crashing that party several times. And Mario takes care of everyone. That's a good spread of all the food he's got there.
Yeah, that property, going back to even the Thursdays days, has always been good to Beaver County Boom. But Mario's team there, they take it to a whole new level, and we're thrilled to have our HQ event there. Yeah, the Wrangler Band will be playing on stage there from 6 to 10, and then our sponsors all kind of gather there. We have shuttles too that we can get our sponsors to any of the events on Boom on the Bridge and things like that. So we provide all that as well. Try to roll out the red carpet for our sponsors because without them the show couldn't be possible. So it's a great night, good food, good music, and then like I said, the Boom at 9:45 just culminates a wonderful evening.
Well, we'll already be there before all the action starts. But some of the questions we've been asked is like for the Mario's event, if people are going there, what's the best way for them to get there since areas of Bridgewater will be shut off?
That might.
Yeah, so there will be some road closures. My suggestion
Right.
for everyone traveling, especially to 410, is come through Beaver, get off that Bridgewater exit, right to Mario's.
Yeah.
410 would probably be the easiest route to avoid some congestion.
You can even park in Beaver. There's that tunnel that leads down to Mario's.
Yeah.
And I've done that in years past, and that's an easier way. Park by the train station.
Yeah, we always tell people to park as far away as you're comfortable walking, and you can walk out to like Bridgewater Park. But if obviously there's also shuttles that are provided by DJ Fry Transportation, those spots where you can just park way out and get into all the fray. But for the HQ event, we do have our parking lots for our sponsors only, and so we try to keep it tight in there for them and give them a spot because parking is a premium. So that's like I said, our suggestion is to park as far away and walk as you can to the
Plus
fireworks.
traffic on the way out too. Then because by the time you get to your car, if you park far away, the traffic's
that's it.
Yeah. So see, that's why I hang out afterwards for a while because then I don't have any traffic. So.
That's it.
All right. So all right, Scott.
And you mentioned one of our sponsors, Drew from Temco Industries, and I know you were here last year, and so you're getting the feel for the Boom. And talk a bit about your company. And like you said, you're Washington County, but you have this attachment to Beaver County. And
Well, yeah, I was born and raised here in Beaver County. So, we're just across the line of Washington County. We're a custom steel fabricator. We are a job shop, so a lot of custom stuff. But we ship all over the country. We do, most of our clients are big steel mills, so U.S. Steel, Metalls, the Gerdows. Stuff around here would be like Tenaris and Elwood City Forge, stuff like that. But we do work for those type of companies. And like I said, we do employ people from Beaver County, so it's why we thought it was a great way to sponsor this. And we're always looking for experienced fabricators and machinists. So we just couldn't think of a better team to get a part of. And coming on the board and being part of this, seeing the great relationships, especially with the world-class fireworks show with Zambelli, I couldn't think of a better place to get involved.
Excellent. And we touched a bit about the music, but let's talk about that. You got a nationally known, a famous headliner, Mr. Brian Kelly, Florida Georgia Line's got some great solo material out there, and then Ghost Town's a Pittsburgh band that I've been high on since they came out. What excites you about having those two groups leading the way?
I think first getting the name recognition of someone like Brian Kelly. He's going to be on at 6:30 on our main stage, and I think that's going to bring people earlier to the event to see what's going on. I think in years past people just came for the main show, but we have activities throughout the day, and then just listening. If you listen to Ghost Towns for 30 seconds, you know you're going to be up and dancing and grooving. And their concert's not just them playing their instruments. It's a true production and spectacle. So I'm excited about their show and what they can bring to Beaver County. And I know the Beaver County people there, and anyone visiting is going to love the show.
So how about some of the Beaver County bands that you got on there? I know our own Curtis Walsh's band, Better Think Twice, will be playing over by the bridge.
Yeah, we got 10 bands throughout the day. Better Think Twice, Nashville, the El Dorado band will be there, Binley Hardware. We'll have a show. We'll be releasing that final lineup and time slots. I know we released some stuff via social media, but the actual time slots will be coming up. I think we got music across genres, and it's continuous music from 3 p.m. until the fireworks show.
That's a great example. You mentioned John Binley Hardware. They're old school, twangy, country, danceable, and we play them here on our station. Then you mentioned Nashville. That's a rock band with Byron Nash, and people love him. A premier guitar player and some hard rock, kind of funky kind of music. So I like how you got such a wide range of styles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we try to make an event for everyone. So
I'm intrigued by this Eagle Burger marching band.
Oh, the Eagle Burger marching band's a great time.
Right.
So at any time they're going to do spontaneous shows and just walk through the entire festival.
Okay.
They're not going to be on a stage. They're just walking through the crowds playing their band music.
Kind of like a New Orleans band, the kind
Correct.
you'd see walking down Bourbon Street, and like he said, just start breaking into music and yeah.
So all this dancing and all this having a good time is going to make people hungry. What about that?
So I'd be remiss. We have 18 food vendors this
see
year.
that.
This year, not to mention it's a great opportunity for the Grumpy Beaver Pier 19, Beaver Bagel throughout the day. And similar to what Push has said previously, this is an economic boom as well for the community. So we've been meeting with the local businesses and preparing them and assisting with them with tent rental. I know Pier 19 and the Grumpy Beaver are going to bring their operations to the street as well. So there'll be food, beverage, and places to enjoy all throughout the day.
It's going to be an awesome day, that's for sure.
I'm hungry already.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more with everybody from Beaver County Boom and Boom on the Bridge here on Beaver County Radio.
Cruising season is here. For some of you, that means shining up the car and heading down the highway. For others, it might mean grabbing the wheel on the other side of your vessel and cruising the local waterways in your boat. Yet there are some of you that cruise season means letting somebody else do the driving while you enjoy all-you-can-eat buffets on a luxury liner at sea. This is Andy Dengel from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Well, whatever floats your boat. Freedom United Federal Credit Union can get you cruising sooner than you think with easy-term auto, recreational vehicle, and vacation loan programs. Put things on cruise control. Visit Freedom United Federal Credit Union today and let the fun begin tomorrow. Loans are based on credit approval. Visit freedomunitedfcu.com for rates and details. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for an elevated dining experience with a lively bar atmosphere? Then Jackson's Restaurant and Bar in Monaca is your destination. Join Jackson's for a party on the patio 5 to 8 p.m. June 19 with seasonal cocktails like sangria and raspberry lemonade, live music from the Groove Doctors, and an appearance by the Beaver County Radio Morning Show. Jackson serves modern American cuisine with a fresh flair, perfect for lunch, dinner, and a special Sunday brunch and dinner. Located near the Beaver Valley Mall, adjacent to the Hilton Garden Inn, Jackson's event space is the perfect venue for weddings or anniversaries. Visit jacksonsbeavercounty.com for details.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today. Benefits include health insurance, life insurance, paid vacation after 1 year, and 1.5 times hourly pay for overtime plus holiday hours. Patriot Home Care employees provide personal care, conversation and companionship, medication reminders, light housekeeping and laundry, meal preparation, and errands. Start your career in home care today and call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or apply online at patriothomecare.org.
We all have a dream. Tom Sipes Demolition had a dream that started with a pickup truck and a hammer. A dream that has grown into a business with full-time employees, heavy equipment, tractor trailers, and more. Whatever your demolition requirements are, including asbestos removal, Tom Sipes Demolition can do the job best. They walk you through the demolition process, making it as simple and hassle-free for you as possible. No job is too big or too small. Just give them a call today at 724-495-2712.
How about NASCO Roofing? They take pride in exceeding customer expectations. From start to finish, Chad from Rochester, completely impressed with NASCO. Chad said NASCO's a top-notch company, and he recommends them to anyone needing a roof. NASCO has satisfied thousands like Chad, and they can help you. Locations in Pittsburgh and Youngstown, the pros at NASCO passionately roof the region. Special financing available. Call 412-373-2000 or go to NASCOroofing.com. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Yankee Trader, Saturday mornings from 10 to noon.
Freedom United Federal Credit Union proudly presents Yankee Trader.
Yankee Trader, buy, sell, or trade.
Yankee Trader is presented by Freedom United Federal Credit Union and in part by Rochester Paving and Seal Coating. Tune in to the Beaver County Radio Morning Show with Frank Sparks and Scott Tatey. weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. The show is presented by Patriot Home Care. Frank and Scott will get you caught up on what's going on in the world with news, sports, and entertainment, along with playing some of your favorite tunes, including Pittsburgh area bands. They'll also have monthly guests and weekly features like Backyard Beaver County, notes on entertainment. So make plans every weekday morning to jump out of bed, put on a fresh pot of coffee, and tune in to the Beaver County Morning Show with Frank Sparks and Scott Tatey here on Beaver County Radio. And now, Patriot Home Care is proud to present the Beaver County Radio Morning Show with Frank Sparks and Scott Tatey. Frank and Scott will get you caught up on what's going on in the world with news, sports, and entertainment, along with playing some of your favorite tunes, including Pittsburgh area bands. And now, here are the hosts of the show, Frank Sparks and Scott Tatey.
Thank you for spending part of your Friday morning with us here at the Beaver County Radio Morning Show. We are joined in studio by members of Push Beaver County and Visit Beaver County, organizers of the big Beaver County Boom and Boom on the Bridge concert. And we also have the pleasure of having Dr. Zambelli of the renowned Zambelli International Fireworks on the phone. And Dr. Zambelli, kind of give us an inside view when people are looking up at this spectacular award-winning fireworks show 2 weeks from now. Well, what would you recommend they look for? What should they pay attention to? Is there like a theme this year, or what's going to be unique about this show?
Well, Cosmic Connections is a show that explores the cosmic emotions of love, loss, and unity through the lens of music and light. There'll be special shells like blue to silver strobes, midnight snow rings with red pistol effects, red to green crescents. I mean, there's no doubt about it that this show will have more variety than more than likely any show in the United States. Zach spent months putting the soundtrack together, meticulously choreographing the special shells. And, you know, there are a number of fireworks shows that are fired over the 4th of July week, and essentially none of them, doing that many shows in the 1 week, there isn't time to put the effort that Zach put into this show. So it's going to be unbelievable.
A big white ball go up in the sky, and there's like a 1 second delay, and all of a sudden, boom! You know, as a kid, I always loved it. Is there a special name for those?
Titanium salutes.
Ah, there we go.
That's a good name for him. That's a real good name for him.
Awesome.
So when it goes to the grand finale, what goes into planning out the grand finale at the end?
Well, again, Zach has put together a number of different effects, but it's going to end with resounding titanium salutes, as we just mentioned. It's going to be very vibratory, and if you're down near the riverfront, you'll feel the effect of it.
Yeah. So it all leads to the fireworks, but the show itself, the event itself, starts very early in the afternoon. As far as what people can see, well, kind of walk us through what are some of the earliest activities going on.
Well, I think what one of our goals for this project was to get not just a fireworks show on Saturday night, but also to build up a whole weekend where people can come home if they're not from here, or travel back to Beaver County, and then all the people that are here enjoy a whole weekend out on the river, enjoying the amenities, the natural amenities that Beaver County offers. And so I think Tony has some updates on some of those the weekend events that are occurring.
Yeah, I think there's some great events, just not on Saturday. Friday night, New Brighton's hosting their wine walk, read between the wines on Friday night. Bridgewater's hosting a kickoff event from 6 to 10 as a Boom kickoff. And then Sunday afternoon, when people are still in town, Beaver's hosting their business block party. So it's not just a one-day event any longer, and that's part of what we're continuing to do, is make it bigger and better and expanding it.
Well, I always like how Beaver County does it early. Anyone can do a July 4th, and we get the party rolling early, and we make it the biggest and best and loudest. And the people, you get feedback from people, like you said, they come home. If they moved out of the area, they set their vacation to come just for this event.
Oh, it's certainly a tradition. I hear it every year from I manage our social media pages with some of these other guys, but you hear the comments, and we're coming home for that. We're you going to that, and some of these folks, coming from the West Coast where maybe fireworks don't get fired as much anymore because of so it's dry, there's a lot of firework enthusiasts that come from all over the world to look at these kind of huge shows. So you find there's people from just about everywhere coming home, and then it's tradition now. It's our 15th year. People set their watch to it. We've always done it a little bit early, and I try to give, because Zambelli is so busy on the 4th of July. They do so many shows on the 4th. If we just back it up just a little bit, they can. If you heard Dr. George, he was saying they can spend more time on it, give us a more intricate show and more bang for the buck if we just move it a little bit, because that 4th of July they have they're doing 1,000 to 1,500 shows, and George could probably talk about that, but we've always tried to give him a little bit of a break and get more in the process.
I always feel that way. Like when Pittsburgh has its big July 4th, I'm like, we've already done that party.
It's perfect, especially this year. Boom's on the 28th. Then the following week, just stick around Beaver County for the week. You celebrate the 4th of July, have your backyard barbecue, and then come over to my house and watch the war afterwards. We have a big war every year on the 4th of July. That's why I like when Boom is, because we get the neighborhood war going with fireworks on that night. So it's always
Frank's
a good
going to
time.
buy some tonight, as a matter of fact, right?
Actually, tomorrow, my 7-year-old says we're going to buy fireworks. I was like, all right, you little pyromaniac. So I want to jump forward just a little bit, though. I know we got Boom coming to 28th. You guys already working on next year. It's 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Tell us, you got any little insights for us?
Yeah, so on our end of things, and I think Tony can from the county can also talk about some of these things. But for us, we always knew this day was coming. We've been planning for it for 4 or 5 years now. It is a big celebration. So any and all surpluses that we've had are going to be, in the poker terms, all in. Put all your chips in. So next year we're hoping to coalesce all the municipalities of Beaver County into one enormous celebration, and that's our dream. And maybe have multiple firing points. We're trying to do some things that maybe haven't been done before. That's the whole point of doing it. And I think Tony also from Visit Beaver County can tell us what their plans are as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a year-long celebration celebrating the semi-quincentennial. The county has a committee to start planning events that will be announced soon. But like Push Beaver County said, I mean, they're a group that says, why not us? And that's what I appreciate. And there's no limits on our imagination. We bounce ideas off all the time to make it bigger and better. And I think next year is just going to blow the roof off everything and nationally known.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take one more. Go ahead, Dr. Zambelli.
What would be nice is on New Year's this year, if we could do something to kick off the celebration.
We're going to have to do New Year's Beef, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We've been talking about this for like 4 or 5 years now.
That's a copyrighted name to only be used by Push Beaver County.
Exactly. We've been talking about that 4 or 5 years at least doing something on New Year's Eve.
Right. That's a good point, George. We're going to work on it.
Scott, I think we need to put Scott on that committee. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
I've been harping on it for years.
We kicked that idea around probably 5 or 6 years ago. Scott's like, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So, all right. We got to take a short break, and we'll be back with more with everybody from Push Beaver County as well as Visit Beaver County and Dr. Zambelli right after this.
Located in New Brighton, and we are celebrating our 20-year anniversary. We take pride in homemade food and live music. We also offer a variety of catering, from office luncheons to weddings. We also offer a private room for events for seating up to 30 people. For more information and menus, visit woollyboolies.com or visit us on Facebook or Instagram. Stop by and check us out.
You're listening to Beaver County Radio, your home for local news, information, and music. Brought to you by Fry Transportation. Beaver County Radio and Fry Transportation, helping to make Beaver County a better place to live, work, and play.
Put freedom in your future. Freedom United Federal Credit Union in Rochester.
Time to wake up, Beaver County. Beaver County Radio Morning Show is on. Frank Sparks and Scott Tavy, news, sports, and entertainment.
Back we are, the Beaver County Radio Morning Show, getting everyone
Let's see Facebook zap us for that one. That's an all original AI by Jim Merkel.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the beat drop. But yeah, we're talking about it's going to be the biggest event in Beaver County. It's just 2 weeks away, the Beaver County Boom and Boom on the Bridge. Kind of set the table here for someone, if they want last minute updates or if they want to know the full lineup of entertainment or what time the wrestling starts or whatever. Where's the best source?
So our social medias, visit Beaver County on Instagram and Facebook are probably the best. And then we also have boomonthebridge.com to follow the events that were happening. But the social medias of Monaca, New Brighton, and Push Beaver County will also have updates on their events.
All right. And they'll be back again on the 20th and the 25th.
Yes.
To give us final updates of what all's going on.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keep everyone... I like your Instagram, Visit Beaver County. You did a tease when you were going to announce the headliners, and I tried to diagnose it. I spent like a half hour of my life trying to figure out the clues, and I didn't come up with it. I didn't
That's
crack
part
it.
of it. I think
My week was pure hell that week because he couldn't figure it out.
announcing the headliner is becoming a thing for our social media team, and Gretchen with our small team does great work for that.
It builds the buzz. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So I love it. So, Dr. Zambelli, tell us more. You guys got a lot of other events coming up throughout as well. So pump your tires a little bit. Tell us about Zambelli International and some of the events you guys get into. I know the week before, fireworks night at the Pirates game. So they're all over the place.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll do displays that week in 40 different states. Henderson, Nevada, shows all through California, Florida, Naples, Fort Myers, you name it. And, you know, it's a real headache putting all that together. And I'm glad my son-in-law, Mike Hartman, is at the helm now. My son Jared's involved, my daughter Jessica, and they do all the hard work. I just do radio interviews, and if I knew I could have been seen on Facebook today, I probably would have showed up personally. I'm only joking, but anyway, you know, it's a great week. We enjoy it. We love the country. And you probably know we're affected terribly by the tariffs.
Yes.
But like I say, the country, and I'm sure you all feel the same way, the country's more important than George Zambelli or Zambelli Fireworks. So hopefully they'll get that squared away so that fireworks will be a little more reasonable next year. But whatever it is, we're going to go with it.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you joining us, Dr. Zambelli. Scott, I think you have something you want to go out on here today.
It's a song by the Ghost Towns, who people will be rocking out with. If you've never seen this band, like Tony said, you'll be caught up with them immediately.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all coming
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
And Scott, I'll see you Monday, and we'll talk to everybody else on Monday as well.
Buy some cool fireworks this weekend.
Yes, I plan on it. I told you, man.
I feel for your
we have
neighbors.
this freaky gingerbread man that my daughter has to buy every year.
That did look cool.
And in the middle, I showed Scott the video. In the middle, it stops, and then the eyes start flashing, and then it starts. It's really creepy, and then it starts shooting fireworks all over the place like a grand finale. Nothing like Zambelli, but it's a very good display. It's fun for backyard stuff. But here's the Ghost Sounds. Everybody have a good weekend.
I don't know
my heart. Smart makes a damn good argument, hell bent on keeping us apart. But as long as you still love me, as long as you don't leave, keep giving me a reason not to jump into the deep blue sea. Yeah. The only thing in between me and the devil, the only thing keeping us apart, the only reason I'm keeping my soul is I already gave you my heart.